Well, hi, you guys. I'm so happy to be here with you. I'm Denyse with Artist at Heart Paint Party. I am ready to have some fun with you. Today, let me fix my little hat. That's called a beret. We're going to do some textured owls. So there are things called elements of design. And in every art lesson, I try to teach at least one. So today, we're going to focus on texture. I want to show you. Here are the elements of design: line, shape, form, color, value, texture, space. So today we're going to focus on texture, the elements of art. Texture is the way something feels when you touch it, or the illusion, the appearance. So if it's sandpaper, you know how sandpaper is so rough, but how would you create the illusion of sandpaper? So there's an example of how you can draw sandpaper, or something smooth, or something hard, or something fuzzy and soft. And today we're going to focus on a fluffy owl, right? So owls are so interesting and beautiful, and they're nocturnal. Nocturnal, do you know what that means? It means they come out at night. So there's an example. Now look at that fluffy feather at the top of the head and the pattern design in between the eyes. And again, the patterns that the owls have, and you can create those textures with the colors that you choose and the lines that you draw. So that's what we're going to focus on today. Let me show you another cool looking owl. And then I thought this one was really cute. All right. But we're going to focus on one. Oh, here's one more for you. Look at the texture on that. That's a lot of pencil, right? You could, if you love pencil, you could just focus on pencil. I'm going to be using pencil, an eraser, crayons, and markers. So that's what I'm going to focus on today. Okay. You guys, I would say draw with a pencil. I'm going to draw mine out with markers so you can see it better on the camera, but I really want you to draw with pencil. And I'm going to start, so I hope you have paper, and I would turn the paper vertical. That would be in portrait or vertical up and down, so you have more room for your owl. And I'm going to start with the letter U. And again, I'm going to make it pretty big. Okay, ready? U. And then after you do the letter U, you can connect the top. It doesn't have to be perfect. And then right about maybe a third of the way down, you're going to make a triangle. So I'm going to do a horizontal line and then a diagonal and a diagonal. So there's my triangle. And then I'm going to extend up and out, up and out. I'm going to do the little feathers over here, feather on this side. So when something's the same on both sides, it has balance and symmetry. So our owl will have balance and symmetry. And while we're drawing our owl, you can start thinking of a name. There's a circle eye, right? Owls have big eyes. Is your owl's name going to be Ollie or Oliver or Elliot? There's another circle and another circle. And you could do the eyelid if you want. There's a horizontal and a horizontal. You could do this feather on this side and a feather on that side. Those are the wings, right? The owl wings. All right. Just want to make sure you guys are keeping up. And how about diagonal, horizontal, diagonal, diagonal, horizontal, diagonal? You could do the legs here, vertical line, vertical line, vertical line, vertical line. Now you guys are going to have an eraser, so you can erase that line that goes here where it overlaps. I can't erase mine because I did mine in marker, but I want you to be able to see it. There's the legs. And I'm going to have mine standing on a branch. So my branch is going to be a horizontal line. Horizontal line. You could add some leaves. The leaves could have texture. The bark can have texture. The owl's feathers can have texture. All those things could have texture. So a great way to make texture on the wings would be like little, I'm going to do a wavy line, wavy line, wavy line, wavy like that on both sides. And then maybe the lower half I could fill with just little U's. You. And then it gives it the illusion of texture, right? So I could do the same thing over here. You. Now I'm going to make my wing come in on both sides. And again, you guys could erase that line right there. You. Again, there's some creating the illusion of texture. And again, you would erase that line that goes in there so that it would look like that. You can add little vertical lines at the top. Vertical, vertical, vertical. I'm going to do a wavy horizontal line. Wavy horizontal line. Wavy, 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 wavy. All right. And then to create the illusion of the feathery body, you can use little U's or little V's. So it just really depends. I'll show you a V. So here's V. So they're a little bit bigger, or you could do them baby. V. Now, to get it look real fluffy, and again, you could do U's. I'll just show you. U. But you want to put a lot of them on there so that it looks feathery. V. So the more I put, the better it's going to look, because he's going to look more textured. And that's what we're going for. We're going for texture here. So put in as many as you want to. I would take your time. You. You can put some down here. V. And then if you want to add some texture to the tree, I would do some horizontal lines to give it the illusion of bark. Horizontal. And if you want to put the lines in the leaves, you can put the lines in the leaves. You can put leaves. It doesn't even have to be the blue sky, right? You can add leaves all around your owl. The background could be black because they're nocturnal, so they come out at night. That's why the moon's there, right? The moon's there, but if you want to make your sky black, you could do your sky black because this is your artwork. So you're going to choose the colors that you want. I just want to make sure that you have enough lines to create the illusion of texture, because that's what we're going for here, is the texture. Could you add, you know how that one owl had all those feathers? Could you add more lines over here in his ears? Let's see if I can find that picture again. Let's look at that picture. Look at those feathers, right? That's like fluffy. So a lot of lines there. You could put the little highlight in the eye, right? A little highlight. I could leave a little circle of white in my owl if I want to. See how the feathers, see right here? Can you see that? Can you see that? The little feathers and how they're like little U's and all the different colors. That's so cute. I'll show you one more time just to give you an idea of texture, right? So maybe we just do another one like this, like that one owl had. I just don't want my owl to look mean. I want him to look nice. Like he's sweet, a sweet, nice, cute owl. And if you want to put the moon, if you want to put stars, if you want to put his name, you want to write a story about your owl, you can write a story about your owl. Ollie the owl only ate octopus. No, I was trying to think of an O word. You can write a whole story with as many O words as you guys can think of, right? So after you get all the textures that you want in there, go ahead and start coloring. If you want to outline it with a marker, you can outline it with black. You can outline it with any colors that you want to. And color, I'm going to use crayons, and I'm going to also use markers. So let's see if I can find my brown crayon. I'm going to use brown. Let's do my bark right here. So here's my tree. I'm going to color around the feet. All right, so there's my brown branch. And so the legs show up. I'm going to do the owl's legs in orange. And remember, you would erase that little line there. Now you can do his beak orange, you could do a yellow, you could do a brown. I want mine to look kind of like a cartoony, so I'm going to make mine a cute cartoony. Maybe I do a different orange. Let's try, this is a yellow orange. Yeah, that looks cute. Or maybe the beak is yellow orange and the top part is orange. And you can always do it again later. You can change it. You can make a whole family of owls. You can do it over and over and over. And I bet you every time you do it, it'll come out better. Because art's like anything else. The more you do it, the better you're going to get at it. So you got to practice. So again, you can do this again and again and again. How about if we do his over here like yellow? Is that yellow? And you could do his body yellow, whatever colors you have. Let's see. How's that going to look? You can mix colors. Let's start with yellow and see. This one I did is wings gray, but maybe I make this one more cartoony and I do it purple. Or maybe you make it realistic. Let's try purple. Let's see. I think this is going to look cute. Now, you guys could always do texture rubbings. Texture rubbing is when you take paper and you rub it against something to give it the illusion of texture. Somewhere to find really good texture would be like if you do have sandpaper, put paper over it and rub crayon on it, and you'll get a texture. That's called a texture rubbing. Usually the bottom of a shoe has really cool texture. So you could make sure it's clean, take the bottom of your shoe and put paper over it and then rub it with a crayon and you're gonna get a really cool texture. If I have time, I'll show you guys. That's called a texture rubbing. Cardboard, if you have cardboard, that makes a really cool texture rubbing. Legos are really cool. If you take paper and put it over Legos and then rub a crayon, you're gonna get the Lego texture. Let's see, here's my gray. I'll do the face here gray. Okay, and let's do this part of the eyes. Oh, that's not black. Oops, and there he goes. There, my owl is trying to fly away. Don't fly away, owl. We're not done yet. I'll let you go when we're done. All right, so look, I made a mistake. I didn't want to do his eyes blue, but I could, right? So I'm going to do it black, though. So look, I'm just coloring right over that. No one knows. Shh, don't tell anyone. I make mistakes all the time. No one would know if I didn't tell them. So I just told you guys. I think I like the lids better black, so I colored over it with black. I'm going to color the inside here black. He's looking cute, isn't he? How's yours coming along? I bet you yours is looking cute too. Okay, so now we're going to focus on, with the leaves. Let's get some leaves on there. There's some green. I'm going to put a little more tape on this guy so he doesn't fly away again. And whenever I do artwork, I like to change the color. So I have different, so they look a little different, right? You could make these into cards. You can make a little book. You can make a poem. So I use yellow green, and now I'm going to mix in some green. Even the crayons themselves give the illusion of a texture by the lines that they make. I'm going to slip off my shoe real quick. I'm going to see what kind of texture I have on my shoe. All right, you guys, and I love, all right, my shoes are kind of crazy. Look at my shoes. They have a cool pattern on them. But I'm going to flip it over to the back. Don't look at the paint on the bottom. I'm going to take a piece of paper. I'll just take a brown crayon. Let's try blue. I'll take a blue. Now watch. So here's the texture, the paper, and I'm going to hold my paper on there. And I'm going to do a texture rubbing. That's the texture of my shoe. Isn't that cool? So that is called a texture rubbing. So that's the illusion, right, of this texture, which is the real texture, and here's the illusion of it. Now, what would I do with this? Well, I would fill this whole paper up with different textures. I would overlap different colors. Okay, and then I would make it into something. What would I make it into? Well, let's see how organized I am. Let's just say you fill this whole paper with texture. You could draw a heart and cut out a heart, and then you would have a textured heart. You guys have to think about what would you do with that, right? What could you do? But fill a paper. It's so fun to do texture rubbings. Again, it's like you have to go on a treasure hunt and look for things that you can rub. So you take a paper and you look for, and just don't use like your good watercolor paper. Use scrap paper, any kind of thin paper, computer paper, anything thin. Because the thicker it is, the harder it is to get a texture on. So, and then make it into Valentine's, make it into, cards, make it into letters, whatever you want. You just got to think outside the box. Okay, so now I am going to do my background. I could add, again, just some lines in the background for like leaves, like he's in the tree, or maybe it's, a field, wherever he's at. And then you can, let me Let's see if I have more samples of owls I want to show you guys. Did I put those on there? Well, let's show you the eyeball again. Now, oh, I should do that. Let's do that. Look at the eyes. Do you see how the eyes are mixed yellow and orange and then the little lines around them? Let's try to do that. Okay, so I'm going to do this white part. I'm going to make it yellow. Now my gray got in there a little bit, but let's just experiment and mix some orange in there too and see what happens. You like it better white or you like it better mixed like that? I kind of like it better mixed. And then let's do the background. So the background is the part that would be behind the owl, Ollie. You put a little bit of green down there. And then I'm going to put a little bit of green underneath my branch as well. Oh, you know what? I just thought of a good idea too. You could always do textures in green and cut them out and glue them on like leaves. So you can make little textured leaves and then cut them out and glue them on. That's an awesome idea. And you know what else? I love doing texture rubbings with leaves. So if you guys have any leaves, texture rubbing leaves is so fun. All right, I'm going to do my background black because this one's blue. So you know what blue looks like. So let's try black and see what happens. Let's see if I can find my black crayon. Look, I broke my black crayon, but it still works, you guys. So many kids don't think that black. Oh, that's the blue one. Why do I keep doing that? That blue, look at this. I'm going to show you. Look at that blue crayon. It looks black. It's like a trick. It's a blue. I do that all the time. Okay. So I'm going to color over it with black because remember, owls are nocturnal. So he's coming out at night. That doesn't mean you can't make the sky blue or make a rainbow sky or make a sunset sky. It means you can make any kind of sky you want. You could put clouds in the sky. You could put, more birds. You could add more owls. So here's my nocturnal owl at night. You could mix colors. You guys are doing great. Oh my gosh, I love your textures. Great textures. I see your textures. Maybe one's a girl and one's a boy. Maybe one's a mom and one's a dad. Maybe they're brother, sister. Maybe they're friends. It's your artwork. It's your story. Starry, Starry Night. Starry, Starry Night is a famous song about a famous artist named Vincent van Gogh. We could have done a Vincent van Gogh Starry Night background. Oh, almost done. My hand's getting tired. How about your hand? Shake it out. If it gets tired, shake it. Oh, shake it. Shake those fingers. I wet in the line a little bit here. I'm going to show you how I'm going to fix that. I'm not going to fix it by crying about it or quitting or having a breakdown on the floor. I'm going to fix it another way because that's not going to get you anywhere. Remember, no one knows your mistakes but you and me. And we're going to keep it a secret. All right, so now that my hand's good and tired, shake it out. This is what I like to do. I like to kind of just stretch out my fingers gently, 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 softly. Stretch them out because I've been working hard. All right, so now I'm going to go back to, I'm going to get my black marker if I can find it. And I'm just going to kind of re-outline everything, but you can use any color you want to. I just, again, some places I went in the line. And if I can just kind of outline it here, watch. It'll make my owl pop out a little bit more. You see, look at this side versus the other side. And again, he has balance and symmetry, which means it's the same on both sides. So I'm almost, look at, I'm just re-outlining it in black. I just want you to see the difference from one side to the other. See that? And I could even go, so I'm just covering up anywhere I went out of the line. I'm just going over it. So I'm hiding all my mistakes. Anywhere I went out of the line, I'm just covering it up with my black outline. Now, do you have to use black? No. Let's show you a different color. Again, we're giving the texture on the bark. See how it pops back out? All right, now let's try another color. Let's just try purple just to show you. That means it wouldn't have balance anymore because I'm making it different, right? So, but that's okay because we're experimenting. I'm going to give it a try. So I'm going to use a purple marker on this side and we're going to see, I'm going to do a purple outline. Yeah, it almost looks black, doesn't it? Cover up all my little lines that I went out. And if you guys go over your crayon with marker, you're going to get a really cool texture too because it's like a crayon rubbing with marker on top of it. You like the purple or you like the black or you like them both? I think I like the purple. I'm going to put a little purple right here. Does he look scary? Let's give him a purple lid. I don't want him to be scary. I want him to be nice. I'm going to finish outlining in black. I just wanted you to show the black really makes it pop. So I'm going to finish outlining with black. Cover up anywhere I went out of the lines. Just kind of makes it stand out. His feet, those claws. Let's finish the tree that he's standing on with the leaves. Let's outline over here. There's Ollie. Ollie, the textured owl. You know what? Let's just real quick. Here, here. You, hoo, 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 you, hoo, you. Hoo, you. Your owl could be you, who, you. I'm just being silly now, you guys. I hope you enjoyed our texture owl. I can't wait to see you guys again. I hope you had fun. Don't forget to clean up, wash your hands, okay? Name your owl, write a story, be creative, think outside the box, and I'll see you guys again real soon. Bye, you guys.